Today is a moment of truth. The pool is opening, the Washingtonia palms are coming out, and I honestly don't know what all survived this winter.
Hi everyone, it's Tim. I am back in my happy place in the pool. It has been insanely warm this week. It's been above 30 C. Right now it's about 90 degrees Fahrenheit here in the garden. And it's insane because I'm nowhere near done with anything. As you can see behind me, I've got stuff piled up everywhere. It's just chaotic, but look at that beautiful Washingtonia uncovered and the needle palm right there. So I have this video this week is just crazy because I have worked every waking moment almost in the garden trying to get things done and still going to work, and it's just been crazy. And I think I have a soap opera. I've had a lot of problems with AI this week. The format I was trying to do, it kept viewing as a real thing and felt like I was copying somebody, but I'm, as you will see if it goes through, I'm not, but I was just struggling with it. But yes, I've uncovered all the Washingtonias, believe it or not. I'm gonna show you that this week. I've uncovered some date palms. I've released some koi. There's just a lot going on, and let's just jump right in. I jumped in just now, not to relax, but just to cool off because it is so hot. My friend and I were diving in on Tuesday and it was really, really cold, but it's amazing how much better it is today. I mean, much, much better, and it's only been 2 days. But let's go look. So the weather is now getting really warm, and now I need to move plants back out on the deck. A repeat of last week. So on this beautiful day, I have 3 palms that I really want to find a place for them. One is my ribbon palm right here, which is getting much, much bigger. It's got a nice little trunk on it. One is my Carnarvon gorge palm, which also has a really decent trunk on it. Both of these have some sharp spines on them, so you have to be a little careful, but this has grown a lot. They do really well inside in the winter, which is nice. So part of me thinks I could keep them in pots a little bit longer, but I might be restricting the growth. The other is my Butia ordorata that I grew from seed over here. It's in a nice sized pot. It's probably, with the pot, it's a good 4 feet tall and nice. And then I do have some sable palmettos as well to get in the ground. And it's not so much about getting them in the ground that's an issue. It's more about the fact that I have to have that much more work in the fall when I'm covering things up. Because as you can see, I've got quite a few that are still covered up right now. I try to show this every year, the chaos that goes on in the spring trying to take everything down, and there's no place to put it because the garage, the side I use, still has plants in it. So I'm trying to organize things under the deck, but there's still lawn furniture and porch furniture under the deck that needs to go up on the deck. There's just so many things that need to happen, and it's always hard and difficult. While I am struggling putting things away, I'm going to state my case one more time. When I started keeping palm trees and everybody told me I couldn't do it, I'm going to show you. This is what I was using, this really thick 2-inch foam board. And that's just, and I'm in zone 6B. And that was just insane. Although it does work, it's just such a waste of money because it's so expensive. And when I started using things like this and even this, which is so much cheaper, and it's like a ½ inch or a ¼ inch even. I think this is a ¼ inch here. This is more than enough if you are heating your palm tree. And so I just want to point that out. Don't waste your money on those. They will last longer. These will fall apart. Okay, so I will say that. I've got some foam board that is 2 inches that is probably at this point 7 or 8 years old, and it's still going, but this is replaceable and so cheap and will work. So there's my little speech about that again. I am opening up the roebelenii, and it does have a few fronds on the outside as always that look a little bad, but the inside looks good, and normally after a couple days of being out in the sun it looks great. I am outside uncovering my tropical pomegranate. This is one I grew from seed from fruit I bought in the grocery store. I believe it's the wonderful pomegranate variety. Very different from my hardy Russian pomegranate, which I uncovered a couple weeks ago. I don't see any growth on it yet, but I think after this week, I'm going to see some growth on it because it's going to be so warm this week. But I'm hoping this one looks okay. And last year when I opened it up, there were a few buds on it already. I had a tarp over it last year. This year I did a more formal structure, and I would love to get fruit off this, but it may be a few more years since I grew it from seed. The good news is it's alive, but it's got a lot of leaves on it. So I need to kind of leave this frost cloth on for a little bit just to let it adjust to the light. I think just opening up for a little bit every day because I don't want it to get just completely, it's been in the dark. And these are probably pretty delicate leaves at this point. So I'm going to leave the frost cloth on for now and just kind of let it breathe and start getting used to light. But I'm glad it made it. I am opening up the Lazarus palm. And this is my pindo that came back to life, and let's hope it's still alive in there. I think it is because I checked it before, but you never know because I don't have it fully open yet. But let's get the whole thing off. So far so good on this. I think it looks okay. Nothing alarming yet. I had to cut this back. If you look back on my old videos, I actually chopped it down with a chainsaw and thought it was dead, and left it for the summer, and there were cannas and all kinds of stuff growing up in front of it. And then in the fall, when I was pulling the cannas out, I discovered it had come back to life. So it would have been so much bigger at this point. And now to get the frame off. Okay, some bad ends on this one side over here on the left, but the rest of it looks pretty good. I need to trim away a little bit, but for such a rough winter, I'll take it. The weather is going to be so good over the next 2 weeks. I'm opening up some things. So here's my roebelenii. It has looked better in the past, but I think it will be fine. I'm just sure this winter it got colder than it should have, and for so many long, prolonged periods. And even though I had the heat on in there, I'm sure it affected it. But I think there's a lot of green. There's no spear pool. I just tried. So hopefully I can get it going and usually get some good growth by June. So let's hope so on this, because I've had it for a while and I love this plant. It's always nice to see this palm again, because this is one I bought on a whim and then thought, what did I do? There's no way I can make this survive the winter, because I'd heard horror stories about them. So several of you have asked, where's Jesus? And I wish Jesus was here right now, because I'm trying to do this all myself. Jesus got a full-time job, and so good for him, but bad for me. So I'm still hoping he has some spare time to help me, because he really did learn so much in the fall, and I could just be saying, all right, you go do this and let me do that. And like right now, when I'm trying to balance the structure around the roebelenii, I could really use help. But yes, he is He is working 2 jobs, a full-time job and a part-time job, and right now he doesn't have time for another part-time job. I was just putting something away in the trash can, and the cutest little frog, I think it's one of those peepers, so cute. I found one of these inside one year in my plants in the spring, and I was just like, did he live all winter in my house? I have no idea, but they're so cute. I just don't want to disturb him too much, but I love this little guy. Stay away from the snakes, I know they're out. I am up here doing the Big Washi today. Hopefully it will look semi-good. Again, a little hard by myself today, but I'm gonna get it. Okay, all the foam board is off. Big mess doing this. But now I'm gonna get the structure down, which is pretty easy because if you look, even though this is so tall, I mean, this is about right to my neck almost. And I just have to undo these 4 boards and then it comes off. Well, I wouldn't say fantastic, but it is alive. There is no spear pull. It's really tall. I mean, my head is right there. So it's a big tree and hopefully it'll grow really fast. And it's got some really strong new growth right in the center there. So I'm feeling good about it. And if I put my foot up right here, you can see how big this thing is. And my needle palm did pretty good considering it was not protected at all. Not even slightly protected. I wanted to show you the monkey puzzle, which survived this brutal winter. I did put some Christmas lights on it and I covered it fairly loosely with a tarp. And it's taller than I am now, but as long as I can continue to help it out a little bit, I am, just because everyone has told me that in zone 6B, it's really too cold for this. It does have the advantage of the wall right back behind it, but obviously it's starting to grow above the wall. So its years may be numbered, but still doing well. Small needle palm beside it did well. And then the crazy so-called mule palm that has not taken off at all. There's new growth in the center and no spear pull. It lived, but I think I'm going to move it this year. There's just something it does not like here. It's a little too close to the monkey puzzle, but after more than several years, it's done nothing, so it's going to get transferred someplace. My Mediterranean fan palm, Camarops Sephora, I think is how you say it. I'm gonna put that on here. I think it looks great. It did really well despite the harsh winter. And I am opening it up today. So I'm very happy to see this palm. It's actually grown a lot. Everybody talks about how they don't grow that fast. I actually find both of mine have grown really fast, faster than some of the other palms that I would think would grow faster. I think this one looks great. There's like one bad frond out of the whole bunch. So once again, I just think the Mediterranean fan palms, the Camarops, do really well in northern gardens. They just seem to respond very well to being in enclosures in the winter. My Livistona chinesis, it looks like it got a little ragged on the top where it must have been just a little too cold up there. But down below it looks pretty green. I'm hoping when I open it all up, it will look pretty good. And I think it looks really good. I have never overwintered agave before, outside. I've overwintered it inside. So my variegated Americana agave, I think it did great. I was a little worried about it being too wet. It just rained, so that's why it's wet right now. And I had the top off. The tops are over there. But really happy with that. Some beautiful spring flowers right now. And then I have my Tequila agave over here. And both did really great for the winter. Amazingly, first time I've ever done that. It was a total experiment on my part. Tequila looks pretty good too. I can cut off some. That was right up against the side. It probably got damaged when I was putting it in, but looking good here. In the fall, if you look at my old videos, I tried to build a PVC structure to put around these, thinking it would be very simple, but what I found is I just could not find a way to easily attach the foam board to the PVC. It was just way too difficult, and so I basically just put a wood frame together, which was really, really simple, and rebar through holes to anchor it in place because I knew it would blow over. So I have 4 rebar and then put these covers on top, so it was getting some light during the winter. I'm not sure if that was necessary, but that's what it got. I am slowly releasing the koi into the pond, and then I noticed there's a pretty large bullfrog. Much bigger than the small one that was in there before. So at least some of them survived. I have about 7 fish in the pond now, and I still have some more to release. And the water lilies are already starting to come up because it's so warm. This Washingtonia was just a little too big to check on. I see green. I think we're good. Just a few more days, really, of these beautiful sunrises, because pretty soon the sun is going to move so far north that I don't see the actual sunrise. I get some of the light, it'll still be pretty, but not like this. This is amazing. The next day, because I did not finish this because it was so warm, my friend came over and swam with me in the pool. Yes, we got in the pool. So I want to say one thing about palm tree structures. It does not look like this is much of a hill here when you look just on the ground here. Sorry, my shadow's in it. But it is just enough to wreak havoc with this palm tree. And you will see I have bricks under the ladder to prop this up. But this is not ideal. Planting palm trees on even a slight hill, if you have to cover them, I would advise against it. Now, will I continue to do it? Yes, because I'm crazy, but I don't think it's good advice. I just think you're asking for trouble. It's such a beautiful morning here, just gorgeous morning, and so warm. And sadly, we're gonna get cool again next week, but I'm loving this taste of summer. I think this one did really well. And oddly, when I opened it up, I realized there were some holes in some of the foam board, but I think it looks quite good. And I am happy with this guy, and it's tall. It's not as tall as the one by the pool, but it's tall. So while I'm on this end of the yard, I have posted this before. This is the very odd bamboo that was planted with all this normal bamboo in here, which looks very normal, but I want to show you. This has tiny little leaves, and there's a whole little grove of it. And now they have these kind of cool blacks. It's turning black. It's such an interesting one, and it only exists right in this little corner, and there's just a few of them. But I'm really liking the black on it. It's just odd. And these short, there's like nothing long. Like these have these nice long branches, but not this one all the way up. It's these tiny ones. Just very interesting. The warm weather of yesterday has already set bamboo shoots coming up, of course, where I don't want them, but I will easily knock them out and not let them encroach too far. Love bamboo. More fish into the pond. This is one of my bigger ones I've loved for many, many years. If he will ever come out of here. There you go. There you go. You're back in your freedom of being outside in the sunlight. I finally trimmed my olive tree and propped it up so it's going straight up rather than leaning out over the wall. It is a European olive. And I did the other one, but it's not leaning as much in between my problem trachycarpus, which I'm watering. I'm trying to get it to zap back into life. Look at the flying dragon orange. It has bloomed so nicely. It smells really good. And my indoor citrus, that some of them, my ponderosa lemon, is outdoors. I'll have to go video that because it's really, really blooming. I videoed it before, but now I really want to show it. I am leaving this structure on just because we're expecting some cold next week, 2 nights. And these flowers are so great in here that I really just wanted to do some protection because I really would like to have some lemons this year. And there's so many more about to bloom on this. Sorry, I'm turning you sideways, but I just love these ponderosa lemons, and I've had this one. I think I've probably had it 20 years from now. I got it from Logi's long, long ago. It's been to probably like 4 or 5 states that I've moved through. New York, New Jersey, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, New Jersey again, and now New York. My trachys down by the pool are going to flower. They're just a little bit behind the one up by the koi pond. This one's a little further behind, this middle one. And this one even is further behind, but it is happening. I'm excited because I just noticed I had tadpoles. I've never had tadpoles in the pond. This is the first, so one's right here. I'm gonna try to get him to move. No, it's out. So many of you are asking what's going on with this Yucca, and this is the one that bloomed last year, but I want to show you. It's got multiple branches coming up in here. So there's one there. So it definitely has new growth up here. It's just in multiple branches now, I guess because it bloomed. So it's looking a little yellow on the rest of it.
Dude, we have to take a break.
Tim is on Hudson After Dark tonight.
I'm so excited. Let's go.
Welcome back to Hudson After Dark. Tonight's guest has been called many things: a visionary, a pioneer, and by several neighbors, deeply confusing. Please welcome the world's favorite celebrity gardener. Known to his fans as Tim Tropical, Tim Covington.
Thank you, thank you. Hi, everyone. Hi there. It's great to be here.
That was definitely an entrance, Tim. You're more than welcome to sit like a normal person.
So lately, you've been getting a lot of attention. People are noticing what you're doing. I'm curious, are you still spending much time working in the garden?
Spring, so things in the garden change pretty quickly. I have been working 24/7 in the garden.
Well, that's interesting because we actually have a little video to show. Let's take a look.
Hi, everyone. Just wanted to share that Tim has been in Palm Springs and Mexico, and the garden's really been in the hands of the staff. Gotcha, Tim.
I have to work so hard in the garden all alone. I cannot even afford clothes.
Ooh. Donna and Marcel. I mean, yeah, they're not totally wrong.
Well, that was a quick outfit change. I'm impressed.
Really need some palm trees in here.
So, what's your favorite palm in the New York tropical garden?
The Chilean wine palm is probably the favorite, and honestly, the others seem to know it.
Cast member Eddie now has a whole U.S. fan club. Do you think a movie career is next for him?
Yeah. I think his friends back in the UK get a little jealous of him.
It's spring and Sasquatch mating season, so it's always good to carry some river gin in your thermos.
River Gin, Sasquatch deterrent.